Little bit of deja vu today. Look behind me. The Savoy, one of the best hotels in the whole world. Why am I coming here? Well, Gordon Ramsay's got 2 restaurants here. I've actually already been to one. That's the, has he got more than 2? You're looking at me? 3. He's got 3. Okay, my apologies, Gordon. Gordon's got 3 restaurants. Hello. Gordon's got 3 restaurants here. I've been to the Savoy Grill, had a fantastic time. Now, Gordon's actually really in my good books because I've had some fantastic meals from him recently. However, my good friend Greeno Eats, he went over to America. He had his fish and chips and it was, in Greeno's words, shocking. Absolutely shocking. And for Greeno to say that, it must have been shocking. I'm going to go to the River restaurant here. Hasn't got a Michelin star or anything, but it's obviously Gordon Ramsay's. And I am going to try his fish and chips. Please, Gordon, please stay in my good books. As always, let's give it a go. And the people behind the cameraman are really laughing. Come on. Savoy, love it. Absolutely love it. First things first, location, stunning. Absolutely mesmerising. You're greeted, then you're brought through, and there's a huge, great big dome, and it looks fantastic. I think that's where you go for your afternoon tea, and then you come into the River restaurant. Now, I'm actually trying to sit at a quieter table because it's easier to film, but if you want a table and you can request it, you can actually take a look out. You can't see much of the River Thames. I've got to say, I had a look. There's an awful lot of trees there, but, you know, stylish. That's an understatement, I've got to tell you, a complete understatement. You take a look at the menu here. Caviar, might go for the beluga. No, I won't be going for the beluga. What I will be going for, though, is the smoked haddock and mussel chowder. And that comes with a Jersey Royal potato, that's £16. And as I said in the introduction, I want to see if he's improved his fish and chips. I imagine it's far better, obviously, in the UK than it is in New York. They're traditional fish and chips with crushed peas and tartar sauce. That's £29.50. They've got grills here. They really are specialising in a lot of shellfish as well. Devilled crab. What can I say? I'll tell you what I can say. Beautiful. Nice music in the background. It's quite unusual for one of Gordon's places because normally the music's blaring out and I can't hear him. Gordon. But no, nothing like that here, and you wouldn't expect it because obviously you're in the Savoy. So yeah, beautiful. You can sit around the bar area as well there. Location-wise, definitely. Let's order and go from there. Some water. Cheers. Actually, shall I go for a nice glass of their wine? How much is their wine? They've got cocktails there. Brandy, signature cocktails, lots of cocktails, mocktails, all the rest of it. Well, if you fancy a whiskey in here, they start at sort of £22. Oh no, they don't. They start at £15, £15. Let's quickly whiz to a glass of wine. Come on, get to the wine. Is that the wine list? No, of course it's not the wine list. I haven't got the wine list, but there we go. Over to the wine list. One's the River restaurant, wines by the glass. So yes, a 125ml is kind of starts at £21. No, I think I'll stick to water. Cheers. Nice vintage. Yes, definitely stick to the water. Here we go. Presentation was completely different to what I expected. So basically it came up with some of the Jersey rolls underneath, then you have the 2 mussels, and then they pour the chowder all around it. The bowl itself is fantastic. What isn't actually fantastic, I might be sitting in a very awkward position here because I'm sitting down on the table. I'm not really, but you know what I'm saying. So first things first, the aroma of the haddock is, whoa, sorry. I have got to stop doing that. That's really annoying everybody. Take a look. So I want to take a look. Now that is a lot lighter than I thought. So basically, You have the broth there, then lots of heavy cream, then a roux which will thicken up slightly. Let's just dive in. Wow, it is a lot lighter than I thought it would be, but the predominant flavour I'm getting there, without a doubt, okay, is the haddock. Now the weird thing is, and this when I was looking through it, the haddock has been blended down. You can see the small little flecks of it there. What I am going to do is mix everything in, so everything all around. So you have the mussels, you have the Jersey rolled potatoes. And what I'm hoping is the Jersey rolled potatoes will also add a little sweetness to it. Awesome. That's got a beautiful combination of flavours there. The creaminess of naturally of the cream, which is being mixed in with the broth. Then you have that sweetness with the potato. That has really, really worked. And then a real smoky flavour. So the haddock has been, if you like, blended in, and that's what you're getting is a lot of the smoke. Let's have a mussel. I haven't got any of them. I have a slight complaint. The mussels, I need more than 2. They've added another level of sweetness. They're nice and plump, but only 2 of them. Come on, I want more, Gordon, more. Please, sir, can I have some more? Bit of Oliver Twist there. Oh, wow. Got to tell you, when I looked at the price, where am I looking here? £16. £16 for a, if you like, a chowder. Got to look at the location, but the quality is, it's just screaming. Stop shouting at me. It's screaming at me, the quality. Oh, brilliant stuff. Come on. What I want is the tradition. Oh, sorry, I also want to show you, look, you can see the sheen off it as well. It's just so appealing on the eye. It is just incredible. What I really want, though, is the traditional fish and chips to be far better, as I said, than Greeno's. That's a bit of fennel. Yeah, and obviously that works perfectly with fish. What do I think? I think that's incredible. Seriously, just beautiful. Love it. Onwards and upwards, onwards and upwards. Here we go. I've already decanted the chips and I forgot to count them because at Enquiries I had 9 and at Heston's I had 11. But how many's Gordon given me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gordon's 1, 12. I'm going to check that. We're going to go back and recount. He's given me 12. I think he's been looking at the videos. He's like, hang on, I better get one up on the other 2 guys. Like, have your lemon. I'm going to stick you over there. The tartar sauce, crushed peas, so they're not mushy peas, they're crushed peas, and then the fish. Now the fish is haddock, and on top you can see you have all the rock salt as well. The lady's kindly provided me with some vinegar. She asked me if I needed any more salt or vinegar, and I just said, no, the chips are already salted, so I don't need them. So all in all, I also got to tell you that the service here, bearing in mind this is a Michelin starred, it's fantastic. It's really up there. You know, the attention to detail in regards to how everything's cleared away, how the water's poured out, is everything okay? It's not obtrusive, it's all there. And again, plates are brilliantly hot, so attention to detail is all up there. Straight in. That's not crispy. Oh, it's super crispy. Take a look at that. Don't break in half, please. Thank you very, very much. Let's take a look at the other half as well. Can't use my fingers here, I'm in the Savoy. Oh, let's just dive in. Do you know what was really good there? The mussels I had from the chowder. Uh-oh. Hot, hot. Just give me 2 seconds there. Take two. That's a beer batter. Very crispy. The other thing which amazed me there is how light it is. Because it looks actually quite thick and dense. You take a look there. Altogether, I tell you, that is a very good batter. What is lacking though is the amount of haddock in there. It's even more lacking on that one. Come on. And that's where the haddock seems to be quite crumbly because it's not a thick piece. What I am tasting is good, but it hasn't blown me away. I've got to tell you, it's certainly better than Enquiries, but it's not up there with Heston's. I'm just trying to look at the flakes on it. Yeah, it's beautiful and flaky. There's no issue on that. But I'm kind of a little bit underwhelmed. Very crispy. Rice Krispies. Again, as I said, attention to detail with it. Let's try some of the tartare with it. Whoa, that's the best tartar sauce I've ever had in my life. It is creamy, but the thing that's in there, the capers, the gherkin, everything about it is, do you know, I could actually just, well, I am, aren't I? It's given, we've got a background taste of vinegar, and that's coming from the gherkin. Yeah, forget the haddock. Who wants haddock? You just want the tartar. Let's have one of the chips. What I do like is the size of these chips as well. You know, they are meaty, chunky chips. Okay, they're not meaty, but you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah. Triple cooked chips. They're really good. You can see, perfectly cooked on the outside. Lovely golden colour there. They taste like McCain's oven chips. Not. Awesome. Beautiful potato inside, really soft, but it's the crunch. Oh my God. The haddock is certainly not up there, and on a serious note, it's not up there with Heston's. But certainly them triple cooked chips are, and the tartar is as well, easily. And I think Heston is the genius and the inventor of triple cooked chips. Well, they're good. Crushed peas. Beautiful colour to them, actually. Oh God, they're good. Really sweet. Then you've got a tiny hint of mint in the background. Oh well, no seasoning at all required on them. And I do mean zero. Very strange, because the main star of the show is naturally the haddock. The batter is incredible. The haddock is just lacking in size. There isn't much of it, if you get my drift. It is. Please just take a look. It's a lot of batter, and I think it needs more haddock in there. However, then you look at the other elements in the plate. I'm a little bit blown away, to be honest, because the peas are incredible. I'll have a pea, please. Peter, called you out because you thought I was going to say Bob. The tartar is the best I've ever had, and they're up there with Heston's by a mile. What I do like as well, they care for the lemons around here. See the way they keep them warm? I like that touch. Obviously, it's to keep the pips in. All in all, bit of a mixed bag. Well, it's not actually. Everything else, and why I'm saying it's a mixed bag, everything's actually really, really good, apart from, in my opinion, it needs a bit more haddock. Got to bear in mind, this is £29.50. So what to do, Gordon, put the price up by 50 pence and chuck in a big chunk of haddock. I've got to say, the chowder was truly epically good. Near enough all the elements on this plate are absolutely fantastic. Question is it worth £29.50? Take a look around. We're not down Fred's Chippy. We are in one of the most exclusive hotels in the world, being looked after like we are gods. There's no other word for it. The service is incredible. So you've got to bear all this in mind. It's beautiful surroundings. It's very comfortable in here. The music isn't too loud, so that's really put the smile on my face. I'm not going to have dessert today. What I'm going to do, finish this all up, give my final thoughts outside. Is it worth the money? I'll be coming back. The River Restaurant, what do I think? Guys, if you're going to go to the Savoy, you're not going to worry about money. There's no doubts about it. You know, I'd imagine most of the clientele there don't worry about money. However, I do. I actually do. I'm going to start with the chowder. Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed the service in there. I enjoyed the ambience and I enjoyed the relaxed atmosphere. Look the way I'm dressed. And that's the way most of the people are dressed as well. You don't have to get suited and booted to go in there, but I highly recommend it as a restaurant. Do I highly recommend the fish and chips? Chips, banging, fantastic, beautiful batter to it all. The tartar sauce, I wish I could actually bottle that and take it home with me. Love the crushed peas as well. The lemon was a lemon. The thing that let it down was the size of the haddock, and the ratio of haddock to batter wasn't there, and it wasn't right. And I did point that out to them at the end as well, so I did let them know. Was it bad? No. Would I recommend going there? Yes, but have something a little bit different, because if you're going to have fish and chips, go to Heston's. His is better and what have you, but in fairness, this is far better than Kerridge's at Harrods. That's if you're interested in eating expensive fish and chips, otherwise just go down to your local and providing it's very good. Onto the bill. The chowder was £16, the fish and chips. Gordon, I am sorry. I am sorry. I owe you 50p. £29. I'll leave the 50 pence there for you, Gordon, just so you know. I'm not too sure where we are, but yeah, I'll leave it there for you. The bill, simple, £45 plus service charge, 15%. Service charge seems to be going up everywhere. Didn't have any objections to that. The service is fantastic. Marks, I'm going to give it 7.5, 8. 7.5, 8 out of 10. The strange thing is, it's a restaurant I highly recommend going to. As I said in there, I really enjoyed it. I really relaxed. So all in all, yeah, I highly recommend it. Me and Gordon, we're still talking. And Gordon, the money's there for you, okay? No problem at all. Until next time, bye-bye. Like hell, I'm leaving it there. See you later. I enjoyed that. That was really, really good.